Stick around and get your small business unstuck. More of Business Insanity Talk Radio with Barry Moltz. Now on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back. Hilary J.M. Topper is a leader in the public relations and social media industry. Hilary's experience includes working at PR agencies such as Ogilvy and Mather PR, Hill and Holiday PR, and Rutherford PR. In 2008, Hilary started her personal blog called HilaryTopper.com. Hilary's blog now reaches 45,000 unique visitors each month. Her blog was named Blog of the Year by Fair Media Council and was also a two-time Stevie Women's Blog of the Year finalist. In 2009, Hilary wrote one of the first books on social media, Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Social Media But Were Afraid to Ask, Building Your Business Using Consumer-Generated Media. Hilary, I'm so excited to have you on the show because I am a huge fan of yours.
Oh, thank you so much, Barry. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So late last summer, you were chosen to be a Google Glass Explorer, and I just love the name of that. Tell us what that is, because it sounds exciting just saying the words.
I actually saw in Wired magazine an article that they were looking for beta testers for Google Glass. And I entered a contest if I had Glass. It was a hashtag. It was a Twitter contest. I entered the contest, and I said if I had Glass, I would run the Diva Half Marathon, which is a women's half marathon in Myrtle Beach. However, I didn't get selected. I go and I run the marathon, whatever. I come back, and I'm getting really upset because all these people I'm seeing getting Google Glass, and I haven't gotten it yet. So I started emailing Google Glass and saying, I want my Google Glass more than my MTV. And immediately I got a call from them saying, come on in.
Also says how old you are, Hilary. Because I remember when I wanted my MTV, so...
It definitely dates me, I know. It definitely dates me. So I went into the city. It was in Manhattan, in Chelsea Market, and when I got off the elevator, I felt like I was walking onto Starship Enterprise. Everyone had Google Glass on, and it was just incredible.
All right, so if you haven't been living on this planet and you don't know what Google Glass is, explain to them exactly what it is and what it does.
It's actually a wearable technology, and you wear it on your face as glasses, and it's a computer that you could shift through. You could get text messages. You could send, get your emails. You could share information to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, etc., Path. You could read your news. I get a news stream from CNN, New York Times. I could get, information from Elle on the new looks of the season.
Very important.
For us women.
Absolutely. But is it so some people will say, well, it's just plain weird. People walking around, it looks really Star Trek-ish. How's your experience been with it?
I've actually had a really positive experience with it. I love it, and what we did was, I was talking about Google Glass so much that my staff and I decided to do a YouTube reality show called Glasslandia, which is a takeoff on Portlandia and Icelandia, which is a town on Long Island.
Right.
And so we did a 6-series episode of Glasslandia on YouTube, and we got so much incredible response from that. What I did was I took video from Google Glass, and I interspliced it with other video. And so it's kind of like back and forth of point of view. What's interesting about Google Glass is it's the point of view. You're looking at it from within the person, actually.
Right.
And that's why it makes it so different and unique.
It's interesting because one of my former clients and also the gentleman who was the first one on this show in episode 1, Scott Jordan and Scotty Vest, I went to one of the events, he had Google Glass, and my wife tried it on. She's looking through it, and I took a picture of her, which I thought was great. Then she looks at the picture, she goes, don't you ever show that picture to anybody. I look so stupid. So it's interesting because I just got offered Google Glass, and I'm looking, I'm going, for $1,800 because I got to get the real glasses and things like that. It didn't really work out for me. Do you think that the price is going to come down, and when do you think it's generally going to be available?
Yeah, I definitely think the price will come down. I mean, I've been looking on the internet, and people are talking about like $400, around that price range, and that seems to be feasible. And I think people will buy it at that price point. They won't. I don't think people are going to buy it at the $1,500 or $1,600 that it is now. I mean, it's expensive, but if it comes down in price, I definitely see it. And I think as more app developers are out there, putting out more apps. Like I have a very good friend in Los Angeles who just did an app for glass, and you could exercise through glass. It'll show you exactly what you're doing wrong. It'll actually measure, and it's pretty cool. So
if it could exercise for you, that'd even be better and lose weight. So one of the articles that I'm writing for next week for American Express Open Forum talks about what are some of the dream Google Glass applications. So what are some great applications that are out there? Or Hilary, what applications would you love to see on there?
I know that, there are a couple of applications that I think are really cool. Like Strava has a couple of applications out there for sports. For example, golf. If you're, it'll tell you how close you are to the range.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. The other thing I like, Strava also has a running and a bike app, which are kind of cool, and it shows you, how fast you're going, your cadence and all that kind of stuff, and that's really cool. I think that the exercise stuff really definitely adapts to it. But then there's other stuff. Like I really like that there's an Evernote app where if I'm, at a meeting, or if I'm in my office and I'm thinking about something, or just, walking around the house with my Google Glass on, I could just, shoot a message to myself and it will go directly onto my computer. I love that it's got this ecosystem going where, everything goes on to Google Plus and, all kind of relates to the whole Google sphere.
It's interesting. Have you seen the movie Her?
No, I haven't.
Well, so in Her, you can really see people all constantly talking to their operating system, their computers. So it just really reminds you. One of the things that I've been seeing a lot, Hilary, is articles about how hot wearable technology is really going to be for the future, because it seems like there's getting to be sensors in almost everything. What do you think about the future of that?
Oh, absolutely. I went to a conference last year on Wearable Tech, and I've actually been doing so much work in that area. I actually have a Wearable on Air show on Google Plus where I interview CEOs. And I recently interviewed a CEO from Vuzix. He actually has a competing product to Google Glass, and he has an augmented reality within that wearable tech where, if you're on a ski slope, for example, and you're not sure what direction to go, it'll show you what's coming before you actually ski off down the mountain. So I think in terms of the wearable technology, that is definitely the hot thing. They were talking about at this conference sleep apnea and how if you're wearing a vest, they can actually, monitor that now, to a hospital and see, your breathing and your heart rate and your pulse and all that. And that's just incredible. There's just so many interesting things that are going on right now in wearable tech, and it's very exciting to me.
It's interesting, Hilary, because it seems really great, but it also seems kind of weird, right? That you're interfacing with this whole computer thing. Is there something non-human about that?
I just think it makes life a little easier, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I'm such a geek. I walk around. I've got my Google Glass. I've got my Pebble watch. I've got my Basis, it shows me my heart rate and how much I'm exercising. And I also have a Fitbit and a Miss, and all these, and Shine and all these different, wearable techs. And I don't know. I just think it just makes things more interesting. And in terms of exercise, it definitely motivates me.
But do you think that, I was going to get a Shine because I thought it looked really cool, but I'm so obsessive compulsive that I'd be checking it all the time. Do you think that there's something wrong about measuring everything?
I actually just bought a Lumo back, which is, it goes around your waist and it connects to your cell phone, and it gives you beeps when you're not standing up straight or sitting up straight, because I always feel like I'm slouching, so I thought, this is the greatest product for me, and this thing is beeping and, buzzing at me all day. I said, forget it. I took it off. I threw it out.
Like, who runs who? Who runs who? Well, Hilary, we're out of time for this segment. Where can people learn more about you and watch Glasslandia?
They can watch Glasslandia by going to HJMTPR on YouTube. That's HJMTPR, and that's on YouTube. I also, my Wearables on Air show is on my Hilary Topper station, which is Hilary with one L. And they can check me out on my blog at hilarytopper.com. I have a runnersdiary.com for those runners out there. And I also... you can check me out on www.hjmt.com.
Thanks, Hilary. Have a good day.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Be right back.